It is not difficult to get a man. It is not difficult to get several men. If you want that, it's very easy for a woman to get that. So telling us we're going to end up single or that's why we haven't got a man just shows your lack of intelligence, just shows your lack of awareness of the world we live in. It's not difficult to get men. You are not the prize, babe.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Manhood titled Women Finally Realize That Men Prefer Being Single in 2025. They may realize it, but that won't stop them from actually denying it. Now, today's video was suggested to me by Hadan the Mummy, so don't forget to subscribe to both of their channels, and let's jump right into it.
Why are single men happier than you think? A lot of single men are not actually miserable. A lot of them are doing better than fine. Society likes to push the idea, oh, men are lost without a woman. That's a lie. For years now, men have been told that their happiness only comes from marriage and kids and overall settling down. But modern relationships don't offer men the same benefits that they used to. Men aren't wrong for asking what's in it for me before they go into a really serious relationship.
One thing that modern women can't understand is how men are self-sufficient. Men can cook, they can clean, go to work, and live their lives without the need for a woman who's going to make them miserable. The mere mention of this is enough to make their brains go completely haywire.
Single men today have financial freedom and overall peace of mind. They have control over their own lives. They're traveling, building businesses, hitting the gym, and overall going after their goals. And until women are willing to offer a little bit more in relationships, this is going to continue. Holding men to these outdated expectations, but also a variety of new ones that show up every single day, is just not doing it for them. And they're not going to continue having relationships if this keeps up.
Men are walking away because it's better to preserve peace, money, and overall quality of life by being alone than it is to be with a woman who resents him, disrespects him, and feels like he owes her something just because she exists.
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And because I see it, you know, it's gotten harder to date, you know, lately. Men are very satisfied in their lives without women.
Women like this are shocked that men can be fine on their own, but when given the choice between living a quiet and peaceful life or to be with a woman who's so broken that she has no sense of identity, you really can't blame us for choosing a different path.
They are. They're working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
This has always been the case. Men are able to live their lives on their own without other people bothering them. What's different is how modern women decided that they were allowed to provide nothing while shaming men who didn't provide them for everything.
Men cannot comprehend women being single by choice because men are not single by choice. Anytime you see a single woman and you don't like anything she has to say, what's the first thing men say to her? Oh, that's why you'll always be single. That's why you'll never get a man. No wonder you're not in a relationship. It's not an insult. This is a choice. We can have that. It's not difficult to get a man. You literally just walk out there, first man you speak to, whether he's single or not, he will give you attention.
She's got it backwards. Yes, a woman can walk up to a man and get his attention for a few moments, but what she forgets is that she's not capable of keeping his attention more than a few months at the absolute longest. It's not a flex.
Okay, if I need to get somebody's number, I don't even need to speak to them. And I've done this before in a club to get a number for somebody else. I just look at the man and say, are you single? He says yes. I give him my phone with the keypad ready. Types it in. I get his name. Done. It's that easy. Men are not hard work. They're not hard to get. Women are the prize. Women that know their worth, have self-respect, that know who they are, that know they want and deserve princess treatment, that love themselves to the point of obsession and actually treat themselves like a princess and give themselves everything they want, those women are difficult to get. Those women are the prize.
This woman cannot define the word prize to save her life. If she is a prize, it's a very cheap one. They're so cheap that they end up getting thrown out rather quickly since they have no real value and they break too easily.
It is not difficult to get a man. It is not difficult to get several men. If you want that, it's very easy for a woman to get that. So telling us we're going to end up single or that's why we haven't got a man just shows your lack of intelligence, just shows your lack of awareness of the world we live in. It's not difficult to get men. You are not the prize, babe.
It's not difficult for women like this to get a guy for an evening or even a few weeks. The challenge is not actually getting the man for that period of time. The challenge is keeping that man, which is something that these women just cannot do at all. That doesn't make them a prize. It makes them incompetent, honestly.
When guys say that they don't want to be in a relationship ever, do they mean it or do they just not want to be with the person that they told that?
I think it's two things. They either A, have somebody they want to be with and they will stay alone until they get that person, or number two, they've been hurt so bad that they will not risk it. Like they won't even chance getting back into another relationship. And I hate to say this, but a lot of these guys are our fathers, our uncles. Look real hard. Look at how they got hurt and tell me if that wasn't a big part of it. Got deep for her.
Even if a guy was legitimately hurt by a woman, it doesn't matter in today's society. Either people won't care or they'll turn around and interrogate the guy to find out what he did to deserve her wrath. It's just easier for many men to remain single.
The secret to what women want is simple. They want guys who are happy single. If you're a single guy, the most important thing you can do is stop waiting around for a girlfriend to live your best life. Proactively find things that make you happy, that have nothing to do with women. Maybe this means leaving your comfort zone and learning to travel alone, or making new friends, or even starting a new career. Once you put yourself first, women will follow.
If a man is going to put himself first, then he's not going to do it to try and get a girlfriend, or at least he shouldn't. The whole point of personal growth is to become the person you want to be for yourself, not for somebody else.
This person is suggesting that research shows that people who are single, especially men, are living longer than before. Single life is healthy and peaceful, no stress, no drama. Actually, quite the opposite. According to Harvard's longest study of adult life, it turns out that people who are more socially connected to family, friends, community, a good partner, are happier, physically healthier, and live longer.
Women like this will always point to one or two studies to prove her point while ignoring the endless first-hand evidence of men who openly say that they are happier on their own with their own peaceful lives. But apparently a singular study from Harvard means that those men are wrong.
I don't know when we're finally going to realize that more and more men are single because they want to be single. Because they've built up their lives. They like their day-to-day routine. They buy what they want and can afford. They spend time on whatever hobby they enjoy. But what they don't want is making the mistake of sacrificing those things for something less than what they already have. And I get it. We've heard that women are raising their standards. But ladies, men are too.
It's baffling how modern women think that men aren't allowed to have standards. Men aren't willing to sacrifice everything they've made for themselves for a woman who's going to put them through hell for no reason. Standards are not just for the girlies, quote unquote.
Women are scared of happily single men. You want to know why? Let's get into it. Being happily single as a man makes you more appealing. Men that don't need to be in a relationship. Men that have high standards. Men that don't chase women. They chase in purpose. This makes women think, wonder if that man is actually interested in them, and will in turn, y'all listen to this, increase the value of that man and his expressed interest in their mind.
Modern women can't stand the idea that they chose poorly with their lives. They always assumed that men would want them, so they acted as irresponsibly as they wanted. Now they're shocked that men have turned around and said that they're not interested. They can't handle that rejection.
You know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
Too many men have been dragged through the dirt by modern women. There are too many men with horror stories from exes who tried to destroy them physically or mentally. So for many guys, the best thing to do is just live quietly and peacefully. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.